What's up, YouTube? Something a little different this time. I'm doing a little banjo maintenance. Um, I haven't done much to it. It's bone stock, with the exception I took the gloss off the back of the neck. I found my hand to be sticking to it as I was shredding up the neck, as you do. And a little bit of research told me you could just take some 800 grit, tape it off, and take that gloss off, make it more of a matte finish to keep your hand from sticking so much. And that's worked really well. I felt as though the fretboard was a little bit dry, so I went ahead and ordered a little bit of fretboard oil, lemon oil. So I wanted to apply that today. And then also, it was my opinion, I thought the action of like the fifth string down around the 12th fret was a little high. And again, I'm just an amateur, so that could be perfectly acceptable, but it felt a little high to me. So I started fooling around with the truss rod a little bit, tightened it down maybe a turn or so, and that didn't really seem to help. And then the internet told me that it's not meant to adjust your action anyhow. It's really just meant to change if your neck's got a bow in it or not. And it seems like it's pretty straight where it's at, or flat rather, but the action is still too high. Yeah, so I think I'm going to leave the truss rod alone. So then I started thinking, well, maybe it was the bridge. And the internet told me that the bridge is not actually symmetrical about its long axis. It's got a face that comes off at an angle that's meant to point down toward your tail stock. What's this guy? Tail clip? Whatever that's called. To prevent your bridge from falling over, because that's where, it angles down toward the tail. So that's the idea. So looking at it, I can't really tell if I've got that in there in the correct orientation or not. I think maybe it is. And then the closer I looked at it, it almost appears that the side down by the fifth string is taller. So I've got a pair of calipers here, and I'm going to loosen the string so I can oil the fretboard. And while I've got it loose, I'll take the bridge out and put the calipers on it and see if one side's too thick or what. If it is, I think I'm just going to reassemble it and then ask my instructor his thoughts. I don't want to take this to some 220 grit and end up ruining this bridge, although I'll bet it's not terribly expensive to replace. So anyhow, let me change the camera angle and we'll see what there is to see. All right, let's loosen these strings, and I think I'm just going to pop them off the tail piece down here. If I can do that without screwing it up. All right, wish me luck. All right. There's the bridge. Let's see. I am seeing a little bit of damage right here. I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't think that would affect much. This is the side profile I was talking about. And this face that's slightly angled is the one that should be pointing toward the tail piece. And it was. So I think the orientation in there was correct. But from this side, you can see, hopefully you can see there, look how much thicker this is here than over here. And this thick side I think might be what's causing me the problem with the action on the fifth string. So let's put a pair of calipers on that. Alright, so this, what I'd call the thin side, is at 15.54 millimeters. This other side, yeah, it's definitely thicker, 16.5. It's a full millimeter thicker. Now, I don't know if that is by design, and the thicker side is meant to go, or the thinner side rather, is meant to go under the thicker strings to compensate for the string diameter. I'm gonna have to do a little homework on that. You can see it's got a, that must be so you know which way to orient it there. I wasn't paying attention when I put it in. Okay. Alright, springs are off. Alright, I got a little sidetracked. I actually stopped recording for a while. I don't have a very high quality camera, so you're not going to be able to see this, but the grain on the fretboard is very pronounced and rough. I mean, it's like, I don't know, it feels like 120 grit sandpaper. It's super rough. And I think that's just because this is a little bit, I don't know, lower quality, more budget friendly banjo. So this may be totally inadvisable, but I've taken a straight edge with some double-sided tape and some 800 grit sandpaper, and I'm just going through and knocking those raised fibers down along the fretboard. Somebody may see this and just be absolutely cringing, but you know what? It wasn't that expensive of a banjo. A couple $100. If I really dick it up, it's not the end of the world. But I will say these frets that I've done so far, they feel a lot better. So yeah, I don't know. I'll show you me doing one of these, and you can cringe your eyeballs out that I'm ruining my banjo. I know that what's the trade called? Luthiers. They'll do this obviously with all of the frets removed. I'm not gonna go that far. I don't think that I'll introduce too much variance between each fret position doing it this way. I mean, it's 800 grit, and I'm not pressing that hard. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Feels better. That's all I know. I may have already said this, but I did find that the bridge was taller on one side, like I thought, by a millimeter. I'm getting mixed results on the web, so I think I'm just going to reassemble it with the bridge, with the thinner side nearest the bass strings. I assume that's why. If it's meant to be tapered, I assume that's why. So that's how I'll reinstall it. I'm not seeing a lean in the profile telling me that one way ought to point toward the tailpiece versus the other. It looks about symmetrical to me, even though I read online that most of them are not, or some of them are not, or whatever. I'll take a closer look at it one more time, but I'm just going to put that back in and get the intonation back, and I still need to practice today, so I need to quit fooling around with this. And I don't think I'm going to sand the fretboard down where the frets are so tight I can't get this straight edge in there. So I think the 13th fret will be the last one that I do. Maybe I'll just stop on the 12th, honestly. That's a good place. Good stopping point. All right, well, last one then. When I was back up there doing the 3rd fret, I accidentally got this straight edge up onto the fret. I probably should have taped them off before I did this. So now I'm going to have to go up there and polish that one. I may do more than that one only. We'll see how it turns out. But it's a little rough now. Yeah, that made a big difference, boy. I got a Chibson Les Paul sitting over there. I'm going to go... I wonder what its fingerboard is like. Well, apart from being filthy, yeah, this thing is way more polished, smoother than this banjo. I think that's just what you get with a budget banjo, but man, it's rough. I mean, I'll try to get... maybe you could hear it. I'll get the mic up on there as I'll scratch the 13th fret that I haven't touched yet. And it's a big difference. Look here. All right, here's the 12th. Here's the 13th. There's a big difference there. So way back when this whole thing came about because I felt like the action on the 5th string was a little bit high, and I think I said as trying to fix it, I was fooling around with the truss rod. I mean, I tightened it just maybe a half turn, and checked the action. It didn't change the action much, but what it did do is start giving me a buzz. And I might be getting the strings backward, but on the 1st string, the short one. And so then I started messing with that. I need a little standard screwdriver. And I think that the nib down here is cut way too deep. Because, man, that string, it rests straight on the fret. If that nib's supposed to hold it up at all, it's not. Like, it's cut it's cut super deep. So part of what I did to get rid of that short string buzzing is I just shimmed it with a little piece of printer paper, folded it over itself, and stuck it down on top of that nib. And that worked fine. It actually brought the string action of the short string up to the same height as all the rest, which I think I kind of like, just so they're all together. Yeah, and then I noticed the bridge height difference and figured I'd wait until the lemon oil came in the mail because I was going to take the strings off anyway to oil the neck, and got a little carried away, so here we are. That 400 might have messed this up more than this polish can take care of. I might have needed to hit that with some finer grit sandpaper before I moved on to polish it. We'll see. Oh yeah, look at that. Like a mirror. Oh yeah, that's nice. Well, hell, I came this far, might as well do the rest of it. At least up to... I'm not going to go cutting tape. Sixth or seventh fret. Man, my wife's gonna kill me. I should not be. This is one of her bed sheets. I'm gonna owe her a new set of sheets is what I'm gonna end up doing.